Hi, I'm Carol Andrews for another episode of Southwest TV News. Here are some of the stories we've been working on for today's show. Back on January 10th, Saskatchewan RCMP issued an Amber Alert after a 14-year-old pregnant girl from the Maple Creek area was taken from a family member's home the previous evening. Over the past several weeks, communities across Canada have been hit with cases of influenza, including here in the Cypress Health region, where 7 healthcare facilities were recently on an outbreak status.
The annual Pack the Plex was another success as a crowd of over 2,300 cheered on the Swift Current Broncos to a 4-3 win over Calgary.
Thanks for joining us here today. 3 people have been charged in connection with the disappearance of a 14-year-old Maple Creek area girl and are now awaiting their day in court. We have more in today's top story. Back on January 10th, Saskatchewan RCMP issued an Amber Alert after a 14-year-old pregnant girl from the Maple Creek area was taken from a family member's home the previous evening. Later that day, a 16-year-old male and the 14-year-old victim were turned into the Swift Current Rural RCMP. Since then, charges have been laid against 3 individuals in connection to the case, including the 16-year-old male, the victim's apparent boyfriend. The male youth, who cannot be identified under the guidelines of the Youth Criminal Justice Act, made his first appearance in Swift Current Provincial Court on Monday. He's charged with the abduction of a person under the age of 16, break and enter with the intent to commit mischief, possession of a weapon dangerous to the public, and disguise with intent. Following a judge's ruling and his next court date now set for February 14th in Maple Creek, the youth has been released on strict conditions, all while residing at the Rock Solid Refuge near Shaunavon. His conditions include no contact with the victim and a number of other individuals, no cell phone use, and no access to the internet unless supervised. Meanwhile, another 16-year-old male from Maple Creek is charged with abduction of a person under the age of 16, break and enter, and disguise with intent. He's been released on his own recognizance and will appear in Maple Creek Court on February the 14th. Also appearing before the judge that day in Maple Creek will be a 38-year-old woman from the community charged with the abduction of a person under the age of 16 and obstruction of a peace officer. Under a court order, the identity of both males and the 38-year-old female cannot be used by the media due to their ages and the overall sensitivity of the case.
Being able to tell your story has become a critical issue for most businesses, but there are many choices to consider. The bottom line is you need to be able to connect with your customers, and nothing works better than video. Why do I say that? Take a look at this. Our company helps tell your story and provides you with the solution on how to market your business. Because making a great video is only half the equation. You have to know how to use it.
We have done a major.
Well, flu season has arrived earlier than in previous years, with thousands of Canadians ill. And in this story, we take a closer look at actually how many people here in the Southwest have had their flu shot. Over the past several weeks, communities across Canada have been hit with cases of influenza, including here in the Cypress Health region, where 7 healthcare facilities were recently on an outbreak status. And according to the Cypress Health region, 10,698 individuals, or 25% of the general public in the Southwest, and 968 of the total 1,700 Cypress Health region staff, or 62%, have now received their flu shot this season, far from the 80% the health region strives for annually to build herd immunity. Jeff Schwan is the Director of Occupational Health and Safety and Public Health for the region and indicates he's had his flu shot and continues to do so on an annual basis.
It's just a personal issue more for me as well. I also would like to protect the other staff and also clinics that are coming into the facility. I still have contact with them as I'm walking by them and every day, and so it's just that added extra protection to ensure the health and safety of not only myself, but for the public that are coming in as well.
Schwan further adds that as the Cypress Health region tries to increase the percentage of general public and staff lining up for flu shots, vaccinations are not mandatory. However, everyone is still encouraged to do their part in stopping the spread of illness.
We've taken different measures this year for the staff, though, that if they haven't received their vaccination to protect the clients that they're caring for, that they need to wear a mask. As for the public, we're still asking that if they're coming into the facilities to visit and they're not feeling well, not to come, because that's one of the keys, though, also that spreads the viruses throughout our facilities.
Portable hand washing units have also been added to the entrances of a number of hospital and long-term health care facilities across the region. And for those who still haven't had their flu shot, there's still time to do so. This includes the general public and especially seniors and individuals with compromised immune systems or other health conditions, as upwards of 5,000 Canadians die each year from influenza.
People ask, does it make me absolutely not have influenza? It prevents, for the most part, you getting an influenza. But if you do get an influenza, you'll have a much milder attack. And not only that, you'll be spreading much less virus than you would without immunization. So again, it's more controlling for the community, for the population. If you've had your vaccine, you're not only protecting yourself, but those around you and where you work and live.
If you're interested in getting a free flu shot, call your local public health office. The Swift Current Broncos are on a winning streak with a strong positioning in the WHL standings, with both the players and fans eyeing the playoffs.
The annual Pack the Plex was another success as a crowd of over 2,300 cheered on the Swift Current Broncos to a 4-3 win over Calgary. The Broncos may have gotten off to a slow start this season, but they are making their way up the standings, with fans taking notice.
When I first started going to games, they won all the games up until Christmas. So now it's just went full circle and they're going to win all the games after Christmas.
Ups and downs. It's been, we've got, they're good. They can be good. They just got to keep the flow going and think positive. And we got a good core of players there.
The Broncos are currently sitting in second in the East Division with 47 points, and 6th overall in the Eastern Conference. The standings could have looked very different if the Broncos were able to win some close games. They have lost 15 games by 1 goal, but Captain Adam Lowry looks at the positives in the overall numbers.
Well, I just think we're just coming out on the right side of these close games. I know early in the year is kind of a learning curve for us, being in those tight games, and we were falling on the losing side far more often than not. And I think just lately we've had pretty much confidence in every line, and having our starting goalie back, it's been huge for us. I know he didn't have his best night tonight, but it was great for us to finally get him a win where he didn't play his best, but we were able to salvage the 2 points.
Lowry is currently riding a 20-game point streak where he has scored 19 goals and a total of 35 points. A contributing factor to the point streak was the addition of Colby Cave to the top line.
Yeah, he kind of got slotted in with our line when Chance Lund went down with a hamstring injury just in the middle of December. And, playing with Coda Gordon and Colby Cave, we've developed some pretty good chemistry. He's a smart player, and he's got pretty soft hands, as evident was on that game-winning goal. And it's always nice to have guys on your line to compliment you.
Things are looking up for the Broncos, who have won 5 in a row. With 26 games left in the season, only time will tell if their momentum can propel them into their first postseason burst since the 2009 season. For Southwest TV News, I'm Scott Armstrong.
Well, this brings to a close another episode of Southwest TV News, reporting the stories that matter to you. We always welcome your news tips. You can always reach us here by phone at our studio or by email to contact us at southwesttvnews.com. Also, be sure to join us daily online for the latest news from across Southwest Saskatchewan and so much more at mylocaltv.ca. And be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thanks for joining us here today. I'm Carol Andrews.